first play, going to throw it. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Howell throwing on first down here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. Faking the handoff. Howell under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Oh, what a grab by Woods. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott now. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Montez Sweat drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off play action. It's Howell. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Point after here coming up. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. After the pick six, they go right back to the air, escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Prescott. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Howell, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Back to throw, Howell. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you've got a chance
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. First down, Howell to throw. And this is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one.
Touchdown! Antonio Gibson from 3 yards out. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Prescott to throw it. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And taken right at the 35. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action with Howell. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. DJ Chark with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. They go back to Pollard on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On play action, Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here is another interception. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlight?
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. DJ Chark on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be brought out. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll go play action. Howell.
Open man right side is Shark.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's once again complete to Chark. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, 34 yards.
And the Commanders have got it on cruise control.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
DJ Chark on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1.
And now here is another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott.
Left side to Lamb.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Prescott on 1st down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott.
He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On 1st down, Howell.
They'll roll him out right.
He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 84 yards.
And the Commanders are pouring it on.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That's pulled in at the 32.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well, only needing one.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards.
Throwing here, Howell.
He'll buy some time right.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
DJ Chark, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders extend their lead yet again.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Prescott now on second down. Being chased out left. And now here is another interception. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right?
And my goodness, another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's
looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's... And now here is another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. The thing's just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Howell, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Third and long, here's Howell. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Washington going to send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 69 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
To throw again on second down. Powell forced out to his left. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Powell throwing on first down here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. And he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He's got Gibson on the out route. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A throw out wide to Woods, complete. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Prescott. On the move to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Gonna run again here with Pollard. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Prescott from the gun on third. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So a victory here for the Commanders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense